Greetings, Dr. Lana, social and educational advocate here once again. Now, today I'm going to talk about the educational terms and their effect on how students may see themselves or other groups. Now, there is an age-old rhyme that says, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me." But we've all found out that that's a lie, because there can be life or death in a word or in a term depending on how it's used. And when we look at a dictionary, if we look at a research, if we look at a sociology or history book at the terms dominant majority group or subordinate minority group, which basically means the same, we never stop to think how the term dominant originated. Now, I don't remember exactly when I became aware of these terms, but I do know that at some point I did not like being classified in such a group, minority or a subordinate, because of the negative connotations and how it made me feel. My group lacks power. My group lacks authority. My group is lower in ranking, etc. Well, could sociologists or historians have created the term dominant from a runoff of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, natural selection, or survival of the fittest in the 1800s? That I don't know. I don't know, but I do know, if you are a person of color, no matter what education you have, no matter your socioeconomic status, whether you consider yourself bourgeois, you cannot opt out of being a part of the subordinate or minority group. Oprah cannot opt out. Beyonce cannot opt out. Snoop can't opt out. Denzel can't opt out, even with all their success. Why? Because wealth and income are not the same thing as power. Who rules America? Who has all the money? However, Beyonce's and Oprah's income and wealth is an indication that their class has power in relationship to other classes of people. And it's very disgusting, isn't it, how a socially, constructed term can put people in a box. And it's no wonder why we find many people of color wanting to be considered as white, to opt out of the derogatory label of subordinate or minority group in lieu of dominant and majority group. Though today the dominant group is not always in the majority. Unspoken? Yes. Most children of color, and particularly African American and Mexican American children, come to realize that they are seen as a subordinate group without ever learning the term, probably around 3rd or 4th grade, because by then they have felt it, they have lived it, and have planted it in their hearts before they even begin to live. And seeing it in the textbooks only confirm for them that they are seen as inferior, less than. Therefore, for many children, the children of color, that is, the self-fulfilling prophecy is already taking root, wherein they behave according to the meaning that has been assigned to them, less than. The term has influenced the expectations of themselves. It has influenced the expectations of some teachers who have not been trained in cultural proficiency, and definitely it has affected the self-image of these wonderful, lovely children. Now, these terms have already taken a toll on many adults, but there is time for many children, our precious children in America, to be saved. Now, I suggest that the terms dominant and minority race or majority and minority race be erased from the textbooks. We can give the historical background or backdrop without psyching innocent white children through no fault of their own to grow up thinking they are superior to children of color. They're more important. They are at the top of the chain, and children of color thinking they are inferior, they are less important than white people or white children. Of course, this means that the states and school districts would have to contract with publishers to develop textbooks aligned with their new standard, and I think higher education organizations should follow suit. Now, I know for a fact that some states with a social justice mindset would or maybe be willing to do that, but I don't think all states would be willing to do that. But at the end, it's all for the children, because in America, we are all in this together. And so that's my take for today, and I'll see you the next time. And until then, be good to yourselves and be good to others.